Hey up, welcome back. Been a while, hasn't it? Here, hold on, back up a bit, safe distance and all that. Your hand sanitizer's just there. Good, good. Pint of house special, is it? Ah, nice to see some things never change, eh? You'll have to order it through the app though. It's on the App Store. I'll wait. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Yep. Accept. 1 hour special. Buy of. Yep. There we go, done. 1 hour special coming up. And there we go. I'll just pop it on the bar. Step back. Right, you can drink it now. Oh, what a palaver, eh? That said, I can't moan. This app's been rate useful since we ain't been taking cash. Speaking of which, you heard of this Randonautica app? Got a rate odd concept behind it, it has. In essence, it's just another walking application. Become quite popular of late, actually, due to there not being much on. It encourages you to explore your local area. However, where it differs from other apps of this kind, the location is set by using the power of intention. Well, what does that mean, I hear you ask? Well, say for example you wanted to see something strange, a bit weird. What you'd do is fire up the app. You're then given a few options. Anomaly, void, attractor and pseudo. Not quite sure what they all mean, but it's got something to do with quantum points. Yeah, I don't know either, to be honest. Anyway, you select one of these, then your radius, say 8 kilometres or so, then you're given a prompt to set your intention. Now, you don't enter this or say it out loud, you think it. So in this case, you'd think hard about something strange. The app then finds a location for you and marks it out on a route. Easy peasy. I know. Sounds a little far-fetched, doesn't it? And I'd be inclined to agree with you. However, t'other day one of our regulars come in, a lad called Josh. You might have seen him about. Big lad. Got a backpack on all the time. No. Well anyway, our Josh is right into his urban exploring. Looking around condemned buildings and all that. Got quite a good Instagram page actually. Urbex Penguin I think it's called. Something daft like that. Anyway, like I said, he were in t'other day, looking a bit puzzled. Not as self-assured as usual somehow. So I says, "Here, Josh, you alright, kiddie? Look like you're mulling something over." Gives me this unsure look, then blurts out, "Do you know if there's anything going on hereabouts?" "Oh, you're gonna need to be a bit more specific than that, mate. What do you mean?" "Like one of them living history things." "Not that I've heard. Doubt it. What with the current state of events. I imagine everything's cancelled for the foreseeable." "Oh right. That's odd then." "What's odd?" "Well, just seen some lads hanging about near the north exit of the Gladstone tunnel. Dressed like, well, Romans. At least I think they were Romans. Looked like that's what they were supposed to be." Well, that got me attention straight away. See, the Gladstone Tunnel's one of them places that folk usually avoid. Got a bit of a rep, see, on account of it being linked to a bizarre occurrence back in the 1900s, known locally as the Vanishing. On the 13th of July 1920, The passenger train Newtonian were heading northbound to Manchester. It entered the Gladstone tunnel at 3 p.m. and never came out. The tunnel was searched, of course, but of the train, nothing were found. No wreckage, no passengers, nothing. It was as if it had simply vanished, swallowed up by the darkness of the Gladstone. To this day, there's been no explanation for the disappearance. It remains one of the county's great unsolved mysteries. So I says to Josh, "What the bloody hell were you doing by the Gladstone?" "I was trying out this Randonautica app." He then proceeds to tell me about the app. Same thing I told you. I set my intention to fracture. First thing that popped into my head. No idea where it came from, but before I could think of anything else, there it was set. So I thought, sod it, may as well get walking. I entered the tunnel around 3 in the afternoon. Took me at least 15 minutes to get to the other end. It's longer than you think in there, you know. And just as I exited, my phone died, which was a bit annoying and strange. It had been at around 80% battery on entering, but I paid it no mind. My destination had been displayed as being 5 minutes walk due north from the tunnel exit in a straight line, so I just carried on. That's when I spotted 5 figures, chilling out on a grass verge just up ahead. As I got closer, I noticed they had all this Roman kit. Shields, spears, and this big dragon-headed standard, which they propped up not far from where they were resting. Obviously, you don't see that every day, so I thought, I'll go have a natter with them, see what they're all about. So I said hello, remarked that the kit looked interesting and must have cost a fair whack. They just looked at me, somewhat puzzled. One of them was staring gape-mouthed, pointing at my coat. But I pressed on. "Ooh, you with the Beeb? Like for a documentary or something like that?" That's when one of them decided to get up and walk over to me. Looked to be the more senior of the group. Cut quite an imposing figure, if I'm honest. Had a good inch on me, broader as well, with a thick neck and veiny arms. Immediately he starts talking at me in this strange language. Sounded vaguely like Latin, but heavily accented. He was quite animated. I got the distinct impression that he was in no way happy with my presence. He ended his diatribe with what I assumed by his tone was a question. Obviously, I didn't know how to respond, so I just pointed back the way I'd come and gave him a big thumbs up, thinking, bloody hell, this one's gone full method. To which he just gave an exasperated sigh, shook his head, and aggressively gestured for me to go. To which I wasn't going to argue. I clearly wasn't welcome, and he was armed to the teeth, so, you know, discretion being the better part of valour and all that. So I made my way back, and here I am now. Not sure if the app's all it's cracked up to be, but my experience was certainly unusual. As he said this, a sound emanated from his coat pocket, the distinct vibration of an incoming message, followed by another, and then another. Josh gave me a rather confused look. Bloody hell, I'm popular. Looks like the phone's working now at least. He looked down at his phone, and then back at me, suddenly very pale. What day is it? 28th of July, mate. Nah, can't be. It's the 13th. Ugh. I've got to go. I'll see you later. And like that, he up and left. Turns out he'd been missing for over a week. His poor man had been getting spare. Well, this somewhat strange event prompted me to do a bit of digging. And guess what? I turned up a couple of rather interesting little finds that seem a bit too uncanny to just be coincidence. You see, back in 1960, an archaeological team unearthed the remains of a Roman fort, not more than 5 miles north from the Gladstone tunnel, just shy of the Cheshire border. It seems at one time, likely around the latter part of the 4th century, this fort had been garrisoned by the cohors primae cornivarium, the first cohort of Cornovi, so called due to the cohort being primarily comprised of conscripts drawn from the Cornovi, or the people of the Horn, as they were also known. A loose confederation of Celtic tribes that had been extant in the area since the early Iron Age. Now, amongst the ruins, a number of remarkably well-preserved wooden tablets were found, similar to those excavated at Vindolanda in 1973. These tablets detail troop movements and exercises in the local area. However, one tablet in particular is of note in regards to this strange series of events. The tablet appears to have been addressed to the commanding officer at Pons Aelius, one of the many border forts on Hadrian's Wall. For whatever reason, it seems it were never sent. However, its contents are particularly uncanny. It describes how the cohors Cornovi had been stricken by dread and refused to move from the safety of the fort, through fear of being assailed by a creature described as the Serpent of Iron. The tablet goes on to say how a patrol had fled in fear from a beast that had struck with lightning speed, a beast that roared like thunder and belched from its nostrils smoke so black it turned day to night, that vanished as suddenly as it appeared. Now, what does that sound like to you? Certainly makes me wonder, especially when considering Josh's experience. Was he in fact led to a fracture in time, a doorway to the past, lying dormant within the Gladstone tunnel? Something to ponder, I reckon. Anyway, you having another? No? Oh well, never you mind. Remember, stay alert, and if you need out, you know where I am. Until next time, have a good 'un.